went on a long trip a few years back, Yellowstone, the Arches, etc. On the way to those places from Texas, we went through New Mexico. My wife and I, we often stop in Santa Rosa. While there, we go to the Route 66 Auto Museum. This is a little museum with a big attitude. It's really good. It's worth the visit, especially if you are in town or passing through, because it has 30 or more really good vehicles to see that are often rotated from the owner's collection. It also houses a lot of Route 66 memorabilia. The Route 66 Auto Museum is independently owned. All of the 30 plus cars displayed range from restored classics to resto mods and custom cars, all built by the museum owner, James Cordova. Welcome to Motoring Fanatic. I am Bert. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for visiting. Please like and subscribe. I will have a lot of links down below to expedite your investigation in this museum, the Route 66 history, and a little bit more. Route 66, described as the Mother Road because of the motoring culture that flourished during its principal years of use, and seen as a symbol of freedom while travelers enjoyed the vast expanse of the American experience by way of the open road. The Route 66 Auto Museum, located in Santa Rosa, New Mexico, is a fun-packed retro journey for car lovers, casual travelers looking for a fun pit stop, and those interested in the history of the mother of all roads. For a mere $5, you can walk around a wealth of automotive history at your leisure. There are obviously unique cars and trucks, classics, sports cars, and the countless displays of artifacts and collectibles pertaining to Route 66. For my wife and I ogled at the cool cars while she inspected and read much of the information about the heritage of road tripping during the bygone Route 66 era, giving us a lot to talk about as we continued our road trip the following few days. All of this means that the Route 66 Museum is more than just a place to stretch your legs. It is great. Let me explain more about Route 66 as you look at images from the museum and those pertaining to the next topics. When you inspect the route of the current Highway 66, you might notice that there is museum after museum along the highway. The Route 66 Auto Museum is one of two in New Mexico. The second in New Mexico is, the New Mexico Route 66 Museum in Tucumcari. While I haven't been there, the museum in Tucumcari is probably well worth visiting. They are within about an hour of each other on Highway 40. Furthermore, like I said, there is a long list of museums dedicated to Route 66 and various other museums. Here's a partial list of all the museums that I looked up. The Route 66 Auto Museum in New Mexico was an offshoot of Mr. Cordova's car repair and restoration business, Bozo's Garage. That may go back. There used to be a Bozo the Clown. I don't know what the relationship might be. Anyway, kind of a funny name. He is said to own about 40 cars, mainly from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, although they had restored cars going all the way back to the 1920s. Well, they didn't live back then. They restored cars that had been built from back then. Got it? Again, I have some links down below of various news articles, websites, videos, whatnot, to give you more information about the Route 66 Museum and various topics like history. Time for a little bit of history and trivia. Route 66 was 2,448 miles long. It was commissioned in 1926. The completed highway crossed 8 states, starting in Chicago, Illinois, and ending in Santa Monica, California. And there is one person, at least, that needs mentioning. Cyrus Stevens Avery was a businessman, oil man, and highway commissioner. He created the U.S. Route 66 while being a member of the federal board appointed to create the federal highway system. He was the principal person that pushed for the establishment, construction, and promotion of the U.S. Highway 66. As such, he is known as the father of Route 66. Route 66 represents decades of automobile history and car culture, a thoroughfare for farmers to sell their crops, a safe route for truckers to reach destinations. During the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl of the 1930s, it was the primary route for migrants moving west. In the 1940s, it was a major transportation route for troops and supplies. For much of the 1950s, the road became a main way for travelers. It was amongst the first iteration of the rising U.S. interstate highway system. Route 66 declined in importance and was decommissioned in 1985. Its decay was partly a result of its narrow lanes and outdated businesses along the route, but mainly due to the installation of the newer and bigger interstate highway system that came along in the late 1950s. Although much has decayed, the spirit and recollection of its influences on American history have seriously continued. Hence, the need to visit these historic museums along its enduring course. You can get your kicks on Route 66, going to all of these great museums, including James Cordova's Route 66 Auto Museum. Linger, take your time, and enjoy this justifiably named Route 66 Auto Museum in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Thank you so much for visiting and watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe down below. That is very much appreciated. And with that, please relax. Take it easy. Be a motoring fanatic and get out to all these great museums. And I will see you later. Bye.